Greetings, family. We're back again with another episode of Paths We Took. This episode is brought to you by our one and only sponsor, Offit. Head on over to offit.com, punch in the code word PATHS, and you will be getting a discount on anti-masturbatory devices that will assist you in keeping focused on the shit that you need to be focused on. No more masturbating at work, no more masturbating in the car, no more masturbating at church. We're going to be fucking doing hardcore work all fucking day from now on until the rest of our fucking lives. All you got to do is head on over to offit.com and you won't be masturbating when you don't need to be. Today's guest is, once again, Michael Sugerman. You may remember him from our last episode, where he was also on the podcast. This was actually the first episode I got Sugerman on board with, and turned out it was a lost episode because... what happened? Okay, I remember. So I hadn't plugged... No. The mixer had become unplugged before I started recording, therefore... the recording was off a virtual version of the physical mixer that I have. Therefore, the sound quality was shit. But me being the fucking gangster that I am, I had the webcam recording through another microphone. So I sort of had a backup audio recording that I didn't realize I had. Of course, now I always just put the fucking backup mic to record, like, consciously. So, you know, I've just always got a backup recording going. But I didn't know that before this episode and the last, the Alex Bellos episode, which is also a lost episode. But yeah, like, I wanted to get Sugerman on. He's just my filmmaking fucking, I don't know. He's a cheech to my chong when it comes to filmmaking. So I needed, dude, I can't have a fucking podcast without Sugerman. So this was the first episode. The recording fucked up, so I got him on for a second episode, which is actually the first episode that's been released. So check out that one, or rather check out this one first, even though it's chronologically coming out second. But yeah, with this episode, we were fresh off a shoot that we did, and I just wanted to sort of talk about how far we had come with filmmaking with regards to like how good and organized we were, and sort of just taking a look back at our projects and about our how we handle logistics and how we just handle work and filmmaking in general, and just examine how we've improved and what we need to do in the future. It was a really chill talk, which I wanted, purely because, you know, it's Sugerman, and man, I'm not redoing this recording because I fucking nailed the sponsor section. So we're definitely keeping this. Yeah, it's just everything filmmaking on a more casual basis. The episode that we did after I thought this one had fucked up is a bit more formal. We pulled up all the stuff that we had worked on and we sort of talked about it. Whereas this episode, it's just free flow. So enjoy the free flow, guys.
You need like a producer.
Yeah, I do need a producer.
Yeah.
What's it called? You could be my producer.
Oh, is this the interview for the producing role?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Yeah, absolutely. We can be like Joey Diaz, at least I can bring up your Jewish heritage.
Yeah.
But we got to come up with like a
Great.
cool superhero.
I know a lot about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, tons, yeah.
What would your superhero name be? 'Cause
What?
We need because Lee's name is the Flying Jew.
Okay.
So who would you be?
I mean, Sugerman?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sugarman, you already said.
It's like, yeah, you know, like I could invent something, but like just be Sugerman.
Sugarman. Okay. Also feel free.
That's my burden for the
That's
superhero. That's my. It's like I try and make up new names, but everyone just calls me Sugerman. It's my you know, like
trying to like rebrand yourself, but no one can.
yeah. It's like, hey, Sugerman, yeah.
No, I'm the Flying Sugar now.
yeah. I'm the amazing writer guy, Sugerman.
But By the way, you can move your you can move the pole if you want. So like you can hear yourself now.
Yeah.
And like you can hear that when you move when you went like that.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah. Actually, there we go.
Feel free to like.
All right.
Yeah, you're in control of your own
okay,
destiny.
yeah, you got your guests like doing your sound for you.
No, yeah, but like no, you're doing it. You're definitely doing it wrong now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too
like,
much?
Yeah. Like the open.
There we go.
The open face.
Alright.
Is like this is where you want to be, not on the side.
Okay.
Not on the side, not here.
Have I failed my producer role yet?
No, it's fine because I'm your competition. So
Alright.
it's like you can't
Okay.
get much worse.
Okay.
So what's up?
It's not much. Just drove over here.
Nice.
You said said last night like maybe midday, and then you're like, hey, you want to come at 10? And so
Yeah.
yeah.
Classic. I shouldn't have said that at like 9:30. Was it 9:30? I said that.
Said like 10.
10? No,
You want to come now? You said you want to come now.
Oh, I don't live next door to you, man. That's not helpful.
Come over, yeah.
So yeah, I really did want to get you on like now because because we need to have an intervention. Nah, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
We'll get to that later. But
jeez.
like you've
I've gotta
go. You've pretty much been like we've worked together on like all my big projects except for like the first.
What was the first one?
The first like.
I keep moving this glass.
That's alright.
Tea.
It's what's it called?
I can hear it on the sound.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
But I'm not even drinking from it, I'm just moving it around.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be too fiddly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so my first like project that I consider something that I had like a important role on was like I co-produced a short film.
Mm-hmm.
And like obviously you didn't work on that one.
No.
But then
I had like creative differences.
I didn't. Creative differences.
Creative differences. I was like,
I don't know this guy. I'm not working with him. But then we did know each other after that. Pretty much literally every fucking big project that I've worked on, like any project that I wasn't a pair of hands, you've worked with me on that project. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just said, hey, you want to do it? And I said, yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, it's pretty easy to
it's pretty, yeah.
One time we had sandwiches that you really liked.
Oh.
In the Blue Mountains.
Oh yeah. And then they're really good. They're really good, but you couldn't say like where you got them from.
If we see the place now, I'll remember. It's really obvious because it's like.
Okay, well, next weekend we'll go drive all around that area. And
It's actually a really easy to find place.
Okay.
Like you'll find it eventually if you just drive through it.
Yeah, there's some really good sandwiches, and then the day after you got like really shitty sandwiches too.
Yeah. You remember the sandwiches. You don't fuck around. I was like over 5 years ago as well.
Those sandwiches, man. Those sandwiches.
But yeah, I wanted to get you on because, like, obviously you've seen all my shit.
Oh yeah. All the terrible stuff.
All the terrible stuff. Yeah, you have the experience of seeing me.
Okay.
All the projects that I want to talk about. Like,
is this my intervention for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, it's like first-hand, second-hand experience or something. I don't know. But yeah, obviously we worked on something last night as well.
Oh yeah.
So like, it's fresh in our heads. I just want to go back and like talk about, what we did yesterday, how we've improved, what mistakes did we make, what's our process going to be moving forward, and filmmaking stuff.
Well, yeah. I had a lot of criticisms before coming to the shoot. But I guess it went pretty easily. So I guess we really like compared to last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went a lot smoother. So, I mean, we didn't have a sound guy.
I think that actually pushed us over the edge to like, we dealt with the stress of not having a sound guy to start. And
what are we doing without the sound guy? Are we gonna have to go back? We're actually gonna have to go back and 80 hours of dialogue.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Well,
which actually, I gotta be. It's something that actually I've been pushing for like a while. It's like we should just, cause like that's like interesting. Cut. Let's just do that again.
Yeah, the whole podcast.
Alright. It's just like a skill that we have to use in the future.
Yeah.
Basically. So.
Yeah, like
I guess I told Bryce not to come I told them to come. I said like, they gotta learn. They keep saying no. We're just gonna rely on like location sound.
Yeah.
They gotta learn how to like. We're just gonna redo the takes like 10 times until like you get the perfect sound.
Oh my god, dude. So yeah, that's always been a thing, where I'm working on a project and someone says, "Oh, we're gonna have to do ADR," and I'm always like, "Nah, don't worry. I'll make this not be ADR."
Yeah.
And you know, every project is fucking hard.
We're gonna knock on every door and tell them to stop cutting them.
The
mow their lawn, yeah.
And yeah, just in case there are any listeners, ADR in filmmaking terms is additional dialogue recorded, and that's what it stands for. And basically, when you do ADR, it's like if you're recording a video of two actors, they're talking to each other, and there's a guy mowing a lawn in the background. You're never going to be able to use that sound. So what you do is you do record the sound as a reference, and then the actors listen to the sound and look at the video in a studio, and then they try to replicate the exact sound of their voice to match the dialogue.
And a lot of modern sets are really, really noisy anyway, so like, I don't know, just sets in general are pretty noisy, even when you try and be quiet.
Yeah, if you're not in a studio, essentially, I can... we can hear the fucking train, so I'm gonna go close the window, you know, before we end the podcast.
Gonna do it again.
How do I sound from back here, Sugarman? I'm just curious.
Kind of sound like, I mean, I can still hear you. You sound a little further away.
A little further away.
Yeah, I can still hear you on my headphones.
So yeah, on every set, there's always a fucking sound issue, which is fair enough. That happens when you're not paying thousands of dollars for a studio, essentially. Like, even if you're indoors, the train is going to come by, as you just heard. And that train's like sort of far away. There's plenty of brick walls between us and the train, but still, you can hear the train on sensitive sound.
Train or the plane or whatever. And you can't control everything, so... But, like, it's also, like, it's just, like, another version of, like, we'll just fix it in post.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You gotta, like, I mean, like, we can't always do ADR, like, it's good to, like, do it in the studio, but... I mean, do it on set, but, like, the reality is, like, particularly for where we are, you know, we're gonna have to do, like, some ADR.
Well, yeah, like, I've always been scared and hesitant to do it, and then yesterday when Ben said, we're just going to do ADR, there was a part of me that was like, oh, finally I'm going to learn how to do this.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of doing these things, is to learn new things.
Yeah.
Whole point of making films is to try new things.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff is new for us
now. Been doing it for like 5, 6, 7 years. A lot of things are still new.
Yeah. Fuck. I was on such a good train of thought before the train came.
The train derailed.
The train derailed us.
Derailed, yeah.
Additional train recorded.
Yeah. We're gonna edit this out.
So yeah, actually yesterday was super easy. No, it was super easy.
Super easy about a sound guy, About anyone,
Fucking sound guys run everything.
Yeah. It was like, you could hear those, like, the air conditioners keep coming on in the background all the time,
Which,
The plane flew over at one point.
At one point, which is like, that's the best, that's the best you can hope for. One plane flying over.
True, Yeah, because, it's because of the happenings.
Like Sydney has so many great locations. You can drive half an hour and find any location you want. Mountain, beach, anything. But the closer you get to the convenience of locations, the more planes there are. Cause it's just closer to the airport.
Rockdale, I've forgotten this. That's like, Rockdale has tons of planes going through it, doesn't it? Like, every, Now is a great time to, like, shoot, like, stuff around the city. You don't have to worry about planes at all. Yeah, because, like, Sydney Airport is right in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Planes. They suck.
And you're not even a sound recorder. So, yesterday was definitely one of the easiest shoots I've been on. We had no sound guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, probably we're gonna have to eat shit later on when
Yeah,
we try to do ADR for the first time.
Yeah.
Or we
I
could.
can't do it on the podcast, but I'm trying to pretend that like I'm doing poor dubbing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Porn dubbing?
Porn, yeah, poor porn dubbing. Yeah.
Poor dubbing or porn?
Poor porn dubbing.
Okay, because I always thought that was in like the old kung fu movies.
Oh yeah.
Which maybe we should just do a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Like, and
They already did that with like was it that film? I don't know.
Kung Fury?
Yeah, not Kung Fury.
Pao?
Kung Pao, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
that
this
was.
one. I haven't seen it.
It's fucking good.
Okay.
It's good.
I watch it.
Actually, yeah, I feel like you could do one of those films. You could do everything. Like, you could write a.
Has to be Sugerman.
You could star in every fucking role.
Yeah. Inside joke.
Inside joke for now. The good thing is no one else can make the project except for you. So
Yeah. Well.
So we had no sound guy. We also had. So yeah, we weren't getting takes where it was like, oh, there's a plane, oh, there's this, oh, there's this, and you know, we don't have to start again. So that was one thing that made yesterday.
Yeah.
smooth.
So. Yeah, because I was thinking like 6-7 hours. Also, when Angela said like, we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with the, it's like with the lighting, and like when you said like, when I was asking like what time we would finish at, and so it seemed like for me it'd be like so it started like 7:45, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 hours, 7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so like, but we finished it like in 4 hours.
Yeah.
So,
I think another part of that is that we had a camera team, and the director was part of the camera team, being Angelus, Ben, and Ash,
Yeah.
who are, like they've obviously worked together before.
Yeah.
They know, they have a system, and like it was obvious because they would go shot, reverse shot, like to, then they'd move back, get like a wider shot,
Yeah.
and you know it was like just. They were.
It was pretty conventional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I mean,
okay.
not in the. I mean, yeah. Not in a negative way.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's.
It's good to be like conventional and
Yeah.
like, just doing everything.
Yeah.
Technically correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a first for me as well, because every other shoot I've been involved in except for mine was. I don't think I saw. There was one where I saw a storyboard, but it was like. That was unconventional as well, and that was other people. That was moving to other people's sort of tune. Do you remember windscreens?
Oh yeah.
We had a storyboard.
They had like a photographic. They had like a photographic storyboard. This is where we learned like I mispronounce a lot of words.
What?
Photographic.
No, yeah.
Photographic storyboard. Yeah, they did like pictures. You know, in windscreens, I think like location is really important because it's like it's not a bad film. Actually, and like that whole drive-in area was like a really really great find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the car park or the street. No, sorry, the car wash.
The car wash. Yeah,
car wash.
That's the word.
Yeah,
car wash. It's in the morning. But like the whole street. It just didn't seem right. Just in my opinion, didn't seem right.
I think that was.
Let's just edit that out.
No.
Like, fuck that film.
we're gonna.
This is my yeah.
We're gonna make a remix of For Your Brothers. We're gonna. You know how like the YouTube podcasts have like this. This guy thinks about. This on this subject, and it's like a 5-minute
take like those little sound bites.
Yeah, we're gonna show out all of Sugerman's fuck ups.
Fuck Abel and
whoa,
it's a whole short film. No, I'm just saying that like location is really important. Find the right location and like, I guess it was really hard to find like a street side location, but like
exactly,
it's just like maybe we could have figured something out.
Well,
if we had the little bit more skills, we could have like figured something out. But like with that sort of location, it was just didn't look right. So like, we're in the middle of a forest. I mean like, it's like it's fake. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I think the fakeness fit the character and fit the film.
Yeah.
But I totally I'm with you on the location.
I feel like it would have been more authentic if it wasn't actual light, what you call them? Traffic lights.
Traffic lights, yeah.
Traffic lights. If it was actual traffic lights, it would have, and he was coming out on the actual traffic light onto an actual street. It would have felt more authentic to me. I mean, like.
Yeah, but then the other side of that is like we were scared of doing ADR then. So we were like, we need a dead end street where no one's going to interrupt us.
Yeah.
And the first one we found just happened to.
And we couldn't like get permission to the street.
Yeah. And
we couldn't block off the street.
You know, we can't get everything at this level. And back then the first fucking concern was we need somewhere where we can shoot and not be interrupted, because the last shoot we were always interrupted. People were bothering us. People were telling us to move on. So on the next shoot, we corrected that. But then, obviously, the location that we found, which was like hidden, you know, it's not that beautiful, I guess, or it's not that like nice as a location. So, yeah, I think I tried to correct that on the first project that I had the sort of driver's seat, and now we found like a beautiful location. Our sound fucked up, and now we're going to do ADR. So I feel like every production we get one step further. Yeah. I generally try to, because you obviously brought up like, it didn't look that great, or because of the location.
It didn't fit. I mean, not really. It didn't really fit. I thought didn't really fit the what the film was going for.
Yeah. That's fair. But yeah, at the same time,
it's just like a forest. Basically.
Yeah,
it reads like a forest on the.
It's about a window washer that is working in the middle of a forest, essentially, which is like, you know, normally they'd work at a busy traffic light.
Yeah.
Traffic intersection, I should say, but obviously, that brings a lot of logistical annoyances, which we were not equipped to deal with. So yeah, we haven't just shot a film inside yet.
No, we haven't. And the next one's not going to be inside either. Unless, I mean, like, we've been inside a car.
Yeah,
that's sort of like being inside. But yeah, being inside cars, so like, it's really tight to shoot. It's really hard to shoot.
Yeah.
And like, we're going to be inside a car again for the next one. Maybe. Or who knows? Like, that's maybe true. Someone come up with something interesting. But now I revealed that my script takes place inside the car, somewhat.
Or you just fucked yourself.
But this time's going to take place during the day.
Yeah, that's another thing.
We're like moving out. It's like everyone shoots at night time because like makes sense, I guess. It's like you get that contrast of light and dark, and looks interesting.
But that's always like that is.
And no one's up during the day anyway. Everyone's up at night time.
I'm up during the day.
Oh, okay. You've come lame.
I have become lame. Yeah, shooting.
But also shooting during the day. I don't know. Yeah. No, it's just like it's like sun's moving and whatever.
Yeah, no, that's true. Angelus did say when we were doing park bench, it's going to be a lot easier to control light at night, but also.
And that's during the day. It's like it's like sun hit really harsh right at the middle of the day. So like.
You gotta shoot in the morning or
morning or afternoon. Yeah. Or you gotta like work around it a lot. It's really
a lot. Yeah.
That's another problem with shooting in the middle of the street. I mean, in the windscreen was that we had that harsh sun.
Yeah.
During.
Well, I fucking like we got like the shots look great. Like I think the shots are lit well. They look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just had a lot of stuff to work around. Yeah.
Yeah, we always have a lot to work around. Yeah, let's go back to the trio: Angelus, Ben, and Ash yesterday. Yeah, they've obviously worked together before. They've worked as a unit before. They know what they're talking about. They just move fast together. They're in tune with each other.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say. So it didn't. This was. We weren't that prepared, were we? Like, we didn't have a schedule.
No.
We didn't have storyboards.
We had like a shot list though. But yeah,
a shot list?
Yeah, I had a shot list. Yeah. But I didn't have a schedule or a storyboard or really like a lighting plan, but that didn't seem to matter. Okay. But like, they did have a shot list.
Which I guess if they're all in tune and they know what they're going for, we don't need much more.
Yeah,
they don't need much more. Like they're already in each other's heads, so they don't need to explain with a storyboard. but yeah, just like I just felt that we were moving really fast, and yeah, I guess that's sort of like a first for me. I obviously the sound had something to do with that, but I feel like they had something to do with that as well. Like, they were shooting conventionally, it was, as you said, and they're just so in tune that we were able to go from shot to shot without really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just comes with experience.
Yeah.
They have a company together, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still Rolling Productions, people.
What?
Still Rolling.
Still rolling. Oh.
Maybe.
Hype card.
Pull that up, Jamie. Oh. There's no one there. Okay. There's no one to pull anything up. Yeah. So
yeah,
that was.
If you work together for enough times. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty obvious. So you need to make more films, like you say.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we do. What do you think of like the new structure that we're doing, which is like. Just as an explanation, we're not writing films anymore. We're not writing short films. We're writing scenes as exercises.
You're writing scenes?
Yeah, we're writing scenes.
Okay, yeah, alright.
Is that what?
I mean,
yeah. Okay, for the one that we did yesterday, was that? Would you?
That was. It wasn't like. It was sort of. It was basically a scene, but I felt like it had like scenes have like a story arc in them.
Yeah.
I feel like your one had a story arc.
I feel that my script didn't have a story arc, but I feel that once Ben came on as a director, he like stitched the script together to make it a story arc. He inserted layers into a script that didn't really have nuance, I think is the word.
You're really insulting yourself there.
Well, no, I'm not. I wrote the script so that we could make the script. That's literally it. And then he came in and he fucking put some color into it.
Yeah.
And it did have like a fucking arc at the end, because basically, and honestly, I thought I was gonna have trouble remembering my lines, because the lines that I wrote were lines that I could remember. And then he was like, "Nah, I reckon this character's gonna have this sort of arc within the scene." Whereas I was like, this character is just stuck on this one thing. And I can be stuck on one thing because I get stuck on, like, if someone says something that just doesn't make sense to me, I get stuck on it. So I was like, this is going to be really easy for me to act and remember lines. And then he sort of came and changed that up. And it wasn't that bad, actually, to remember the lines. But then it did have... the scene wasn't so one-dimensional. So... Which was interesting because I handed that off to him. I've never handed a script off before. And... I guess it was subpar work, but that was because the goal was to just get something made.
Yeah.
The goal was to do a scene, not a story, not a short film, and then he brought the story aspect to it.
Yeah, I suppose Ben did really like bring a little bit more to it, because like I remember when I first read the script, I was like, I could say a lot, but like I was thinking like it's just we just want to shoot something, right? So like I'm not gonna like provide too much feedback. Actually, I don't think I provided anything. I said, I was like, what are you gonna say? But at some point, I mean like I think there always was a story arc in there, but maybe Ben just brought it out more. There was always, I think so. I think, like, even from the beginning, I think there was a story there, but maybe, like, Ben heightened it and changed around the dialogue. He saw it there, and so, like, he brought it out. Did you, like, you sort of had, like, lines, right? You didn't, like, because I remember in the rehearsals you were improvising a little bit, but, like, for the actual shoot, you just did your lines, right?
There was one or two times where I improvised.
But you basically stayed to, like, the new dialogue, at least.
Yeah, surprisingly, again, I always, like, before the rehearsal, I thought I wouldn't be able to remember the lines, and, like, I kept practicing, like, up to... Like, I went to the location an hour earlier to practice, and then once we started doing it, I just remembered everything. And then the same thing happened yesterday.
It's like a back and forth.
Yes.
There's a lot of, like, he'll say something, and you can say something, and Yeah. I don't know how to act.
Me neither, but apparently, like, it was okay.
It's easy. Like, what are these actors doing?
Well, see, I thought I was gonna cheat at the start because I literally wrote a fucking character and I literally wrote lines that I can say. You know, it's just shit that I always want to say to people, but it's like I don't say that because you know, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to rock the boat or anything. You know, like if someone says something.
This is what you wanted to say to me.
No. It's like, because what happens in the scene is that a character is looking for something that he knows isn't there, but he's still looking for it, like over and over.
Pull up that clip, Jamie.
So I'm like, you know, it's not that I have that, like, I can get fixated on that in real life. I'd be like, why are you looking for something that you know is there? I can attack that.
Yeah.
In a way that's very natural to me. And I usually don't because I'm like, I don't want to point out people's, like, it's stupid. It's essentially really stupid. Fuck. One of us isn't recording, is it?
What? I'm recording.
Am I not recording?
You're recording at the bottom, aren't you?
Why are you really loud and I'm not?
I just have a great projection.
Oh, fuck.
Let's have a look.
No, dude, I don't have any sound lines.
Oh, shit. It's just going to be the me podcast. Are you sure you don't have any... Yeah, maybe it's coming from my microphone.
What? Now? Oh, it just stopped. Did it? No, it didn't. This is so weird.
I can see at the bottom it's moving. You speak.
Sugerman.
Alright,
Sugerman. It is?
I can hear you on the
Yeah, it's so weird. But it's not making a fucking picture.
Oh, is that track 2? No, wait.
Yeah, the bottom one. No, the bottom one I think is yours. Let me check. God damn.
Alright, let's
Oh, no, it did start recording. Motherfucker.
Alright, let's do this again.
No, it's again.
Let's do this again. This is
one host.
our ongoing sound issues.
Guess one host. Guess one host.
Alright, that was all for today. Thank you for inviting us. Please check out our please give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Testing. What the fuck? You can hear me, right, Sugerman?
I can hear you pretty good.
Let's just fucking continue. Let's just continue.
You just gave yourself a lot more work in the
I think I might have knocked the box. Like if you do knock that box, it does start recording sometimes.
Don't knock the box.
Yeah, I need to get longer cables and then put the box far away. What were we talking about?
So I don't. Oh, yeah, we were talking about writing, then you're talking about acting, and then after that was something else. Oh no, we're not recording. No, wait, before that. You're talking about your character?
Yeah, like basically my character wasn't. It was just me, but if like I didn't want to adhere to like social norms, and I'm just gonna call people out on all their hypocrisies.
Yeah.
And
why don't you call people out on the hypocrisies?
I don't know what would happen after that. If someone says I like chocolate cake and they're eating vanilla cake and there's chocolate cake that's going uneaten, in my head I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's a serial killer. This guy can't be trusted.
Maybe he likes chocolate cake so much
that
he's so particular about it. And so he only eats the finest chocolate cakes. And so, see, maybe you need to get other people's opinions. No, wait, other people's... What's that word? Like, I don't know. Empathy? No.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like, what if he's so particular about chocolate cakes that, like, he won't eat, like, that rubbish chocolate cake that you gave him? It's like, I'd rather eat some shitty vanilla cake than a shitty chocolate cake.
Interesting. Yeah.
Something to think about.
It is.
I just challenge your preconceptions. I'm calling you out.
Oh, fuck. The Sugerman podcast. Yeah. So, I wanted to give acting a shot and get into the head of what an actor's going through. And for me, it was actually... It felt like we were just doing the same thing over and over again. But obviously you guys were doing different shots. You guys were had different lenses. You guys were all
Me in particular, I was in
especially you.
control of that.
So yeah, I wanted to be on the other side of that, and that was interesting.
Yeah. Was it fun? Like acting?
Yeah, actually, I did have fun. Like, I was jumping around a bit and like
Right.
energetic, and like yeah, that's another thing I want. The point I was getting to was that I think that also helped make it feel like one of the easiest shoots. Was that I was acting as well. Like, I didn't have to deal with all the
Other stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty easy. I mean, like, I don't know. It was pretty easy all around. Like, I had no idea what was going on, so I just was like, yeah. Just about it.
No wonder it's so easy.
Yeah.
I'm getting anxious that it's not recording, so I'm gonna check one more time,
Check. Okay.
and then we're gonna fucking sail into the sunset.
All right.
No, it's definitely recording.
Definitely recording.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, tell us stuff, Sugerman.
Peanuts. Peanut butter's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah. Guess guidelines and tips. Face your mouth to the face of the microphone. Keep microphone 10 centimeters from your mouth. Feel free to adjust the stand. If you can hear something in your headphones, the audience can hear it too. Educate me, not the audience. Alright.
Damn it, Sugerman. Alright, it's definitely recording.
Yeah.
We're all good. Yeah, thanks for embarrassing me. That's like the first draft of the guidelines. I have to do 40 more.
Well, this is like I pinned right there.
Yeah. So it's easy to read. Yeah, so how do you feel about what we're doing right now? We're just going for scenes.
How do I feel about it? I think overall the overall objective of like shooting stuff is a good objective. It's better than just sort of not doing anything or like being very more perfectionist about what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Instead, we're sort of like having this sort of ongoing team, almost like a. I'm doing this thing which is like a rolling thing, you know, like we keep going on and on and on.
Yeah.
It's like a it's good to have that sort of like momentum.
I was gonna say momentum. I was gonna say it.
Being on the podcast makes you like 50% dumber and with words.
I know. That's why when you asked like, "Hey, Costin was on the podcast," and you were like, "I was like, yeah, that was actually when I stopped being completely stupid."
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it takes like 7 episodes to stop being.
Okay. Well, I'll come back at least 7 more times, and then you can see how brilliant I actually am. What was I talking about? It's generally, I think it's a good idea just to have that momentum. I would say that what we're doing is not. I wasn't aware we were just doing scenes, but like, because my one is a bit of a script. Okay. But like, what I'm trying to do is like not have like a 10 pages, but more like 3 pages, 4 pages, like 2 pages even, like just like something that's fast. Is what my aim is. Perhaps there's no like real like communication about what we're doing, but like of what we're trying to like achieve, which might be good, might be bad. I don't know. The only thing that I would say that is maybe not so great is that like I feel like maybe now I feel like maybe not before, but now I do feel like we should be like aiming towards something instead of aiming towards just like making stuff again and again. It's fine, but if you're putting a lot of effort into it, like we really should like actually like aim towards, I don't know, some kind of festival, something like that.
Yeah.
Getting more funding. I'm all about the funding these days. Just like in general, just like having a certain goal in mind. When we, at some point at least, you don't have to have a goal in mind when you start, but like at some point maybe thinking like, oh, this is what we might be going towards with our stuff we're making. And I feel like we're putting a lot of effort. Yeah, what are we aiming for in the end? Is it maybe just shooting stuff and then using that material in like show reels is fine. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we're doing pretty well.
Well, yeah, I feel like we've... Okay, like, my thing is... I know
Am I too close to this, by the way? I feel myself is like... Yeah, now that I'm trying to listen to the audio,
yeah.
I'm like really loud. And like you're sort of like... Yeah.
Well, what if I did this?
Oh yeah, that's better, better, yeah.
It just looks at, like, I think my sound... I can see my sound bars and they're quite big.
Yeah.
So, I'm scared.
I'm like... Oh, okay.
And yours are small.
Mine was small.
I actually did see them. It moves up like literally 1 pixel up and down, but you can't see it from here.
Okay.
You have to go
I feel like I'm really loud.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. Fuck. Anyway, yeah. I mean, audio troubles happen sometimes on the podcast. But anyway, well, now it sounds it's okay. What were you saying?
Fix it in post.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah, so the thing about this was, obviously my last project was like from the first draft to shooting, was 3 years. And then now it's been 1 year of post-production. So...
What's... Yeah, I remember like it was only supposed to be a few months.
Yeah, so I just wanted to do something quick. I just wanted to get it done, and I feel that if we just did 5 projects in the next 10-ish months, I just needed to do something that I knew I wasn't going to feel 100% obligated to get 100% right. Like, because I would have, I storyboarded my short film, like I fully storyboarded it. I planned so much shit, and that's
a lot of it like last minute. Everything went wrong at the last minute in that one, yeah.
But that was the thing. I planned so much that, like, I just knew what to cut and I knew what to go forward with, and every time there was a question, I had the answer. Like, and I think that's why we were able to finish it in one night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to do something where I felt less pressure, and this scene was definitely that. And Jealous actually said the same thing that you said, which was, if we're gonna put this much effort, we might as well do something. But then, so yeah, like obviously, where our goal is evolving, and we're gonna figure that out. But I knew that if we had it in our head to do something, to put more effort into something, like before this, I don't think we would have shot anything. We would have been stuck again, like talking about something and planning something.
True.
So I think I just wanted to do something, and to just get us out of that, like, get us away from that fear or that hesitation. I don't know. I guess the goal was to overcome that step, looking back. And if you guys want to do like more complex projects moving forward, that's fine, I guess, because we're over our hesitation.
Yeah, I think we are over. Seems like we are over hesitation. I would hesitate to say that we definitely are. But yeah, it does seem like we're doing things a lot faster. I mean, like, I don't know if we want to make more complex projects. Well, actually, no, I do. I mean, like, not complex in, like... Define complex.
Well, like I didn't really have an idea of the characters. Am I echoing? Am I echoing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh fucking hell! What the fuck?
Oh, what happened there?
Something happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't really have an idea of the characters when I wrote. I just was like, here is a situation. I've got like two extreme characters, like which in this case were criminals. But they're gonna react in a childish way to this extreme situation, and I just went with it. And whatever came out, and that was it. But you know, I wasn't trying to think like, what am I trying to say? Like
yeah, yeah. In that sense, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it would be nice to have something more thematic. More like more no offense, more meaningful.
No, yeah. Taken.
Yeah, or at least or some way, something you could get a little bit more out of. That would be nice. But like, I mean, yeah. Yeah, in that sense, and yeah, I would like to something that's a little bit more, has a little bit more of like something to say, whatever that means. You know, but something that's has some kind of, something that's thematic, but everything sort of has a meaning behind it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Definitely.
Now that I listen to myself, I sound a little pretentious.
No, you don't sound pretentious.
I want to make movies of meaning.
No, that's not pretentious. And I think that, you know, even starting down that path is like, alright, now we have to do a storyboard. Now maybe we're going to go for some different types of shots. It's not going to be so standard.
Storyboards.
You know?
We're going to do storyboards. We're going to have to do them if like we're doing something with a lot of special effects. You need to get it exactly right.
Fuck, man. I don't know. Like, I had...
You didn't have to storyboard all the park bench.
No?
No.
Well,
it was mostly people sitting down.
No.
But,
alright, but here's the thing. I pretty much knew how the edit was going to be.
Alright.
Before we shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that really helped us. I mean, obviously that helped us. But I think there were...
1 year of post-production.
Yeah, 1 year of post-production. I think there were 2 shots that I just really... 3 shots that I really wanted, like, fucking precise. I wanted them, like, exactly how I was thinking. So, yeah, I mean, I storyboarded the sequence of that shot because some of it was the same shot, but the camera would move, the actors would move. How are you gonna, like, I want the actor framed exactly this way when he moves here. I want the focus on here, and then I want it to change, and I want it to change. So, yeah, like, those sequences, it was, like, I don't think I would have felt comfortable going into it without that, like, those storyboarded. But yeah, definitely there were some other ones. I think it was more about, like, storyboarding was more about getting the framing correct,
right?
Or at least being able to communicate what I wanted for my framing, because I did have like a specific, I had like a vision for the whole thing, pretty much, like how I wanted it framed, because how it plays off in the script is almost like it's about one character, and then the framing and the shots dictate the exact opposite. So, and like I remember Angelus being like, oh, I think we need to get this shot, but I was like, that goes against like the story that I'm trying to tell. So that's, I mean, like, just to support what you're trying to say about making something with more meaning. Once you've decided the meaning, now all this other creative shit gets influenced, and that's why something with meaning might be considered more complex, because you're trying to tell something with like all the tools at your disposal instead of what we did last night, which is, well, not, I mean, you know, there could have been like maybe 1 or 2 shots that Ben would have been like, I don't want these, if we had decided on a meaning, or like, you know, we had gone down that route. Some things might have been clearer, and then we would have known what we wanted, and then if we know what we want, we know what we don't want, so we're not going to bother shooting that.
Yeah,
just
that was
like what you're saying.
Got to tell my phone or something.
Classic.
Oh no. Quiet on set. It's like, if you have like, we're always talking about like getting more coverage, stuff like that. So, but like, if you like, there's a good video somewhere on the internet. It's like video essays, like what does it mean to be cinematic? What does it mean to have like? What does it mean to be like when we talk about a cinematic TV show?
Yeah.
And like this person's argument, was that basically like you choose to like get a scene in a certain way. Like you don't like just go backwards and forwards and just get like coverage, like normal ordinary coverage, reverse shot coverage, but you like shoot it in a certain way to create a certain type of meaning towards that scene. That's what it means to have like a show that's cinematic. Yeah, and so like as opposed to ordinary television. So yeah, having like certain like this, we don't need this coverage. Because this is the way I want to tell my story.
Yep.
Is in some way there. Yes, correct.
Correct.
I don't know what the final point is.
I'm just trying to support what you're saying.
Yeah,
like,
thank you.
You want to make something.
I'm trying to support what you're saying.
Well, so you're trying to support yourself.
Yeah, just trying to support each other. That's the most important thing. Yeah.
Sure. So why are you going against what I'm saying?
What?
I said I'm trying to support you.
And I'm trying to support you. Damn it! Let me support you.
Well, why don't you take on what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to flip it back around with extra goodwill.
Yeah. Why can't you take what I'm saying?
Because I didn't say I'm trying to support what I'm saying. I'm trying to say I'm supporting what you're saying.
We're just all trying to support each other.
Okay.
We're getting into conflict of just trying to support each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the word? Directorial vision.
Directorial vision.
Yeah. There's probably a better word for it, but that's an alright word for it, I guess. And then Angelus is like, we gotta get coverage, because like, you know, when you work a lot of events and a lot of like, corporate videos, do weddings, whatever, you just want to get like a lot of different shots, and then in the edit bay you can like sort of like, well, maybe even for a music video too. I haven't really shown any music videos, but like I imagine, because I don't really understand how music videos work, but like I don't know how to, I don't watch a lot of music videos anyway. Cut out that last bit. I want to make music videos. So don't feel here that I have no idea what I'm doing in a music video.
Don't worry, I don't think anyone's listening. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, but when you're doing events and like weddings, and when you're doing music videos too, you sort of like you do a lot of different shots, and you can sort of figure and edit like what's going on, like, and then there's some other movies that you like. Chungking Express, was it?
Yeah.
And which I, in some case, I believe. Yeah, it's like a lot of it is figured out in the edit room.
Yeah, that movie is like, that movie just sort of shatters my.
I haven't seen it.
Well, I mean, it's.
I'm talking about. I haven't seen it.
It's very well done,
yeah.
And you know, supposedly the script was written on some napkins.
Oh.
And they would, they'd plan what they want to shoot on the day, and then they'd go shoot it. And for how that film turned out, it's a real slap in the face. Because it turned out fucking amazing, and here I am preparing for like 3 years for this short film. And
well, I think he's pretty confident. He's a pretty. I haven't seen any films, so it seems like he's for someone to do that very confident in direction and cinematography as well. Yeah, and like. There's David Lynch's Inland Empire, which I haven't seen. But like he basically just started shooting, like he would like come up with the idea in the morning, he's like, and write down some like ooh, I don't know, like he would just maybe write down some lines or whatever that's like on the day, and he would just shoot with his DV cam, and then like then the next he just has no idea like what the whole story is. He just like comes up with ideas and like, okay, let's shoot this.
Yeah. And
then like over like a year or so, eventually he's like, okay, I think I know what the film's about.
Wow.
And then he finished up the rest. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean like it's his most. I haven't seen it, so I shouldn't say like if it's. But I like a lot of his other films.
Yeah.
So like
I think the difference here is that, if someone did that now, okay, like if you have money to pay people, you can do whatever you want. You can be as crazy as you want, but like we don't really have money. So
well, I think it was a pretty low budget shoot, like what David Lynch was doing. I guess he had some few friends.
If you're famous enough to have like,
he was shooting on like a DV cam. He was shooting on like I can't remember. It was like a very early Sony digital camera.
Damn.
I think he just did that himself. Like it's got autofocus. It's got everything I need. Yeah, don't have to worry about like setting up shots or anything. I can just go straight from. I've been like watching a lot of like David Lynch's, just in general, just like behind the scenes and like interviews. So it's very, very interesting to like. It's very different from other directors, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to see him talk, or like because like he's doing all this like all this weird it's like what's he doing today? He's like I'm like fixing my pants, and he's doing that by like putting like paper towels in like those holes, and then he's like painting the paper towels. Yeah. I don't know. It's like I know he's doing the weather reports too. I don't know. It's interesting to see like how he works at least. Maybe not the way everyone should work, but it's very interesting to just like. Yeah. It seems very different to how everyone else works. I didn't really say anything there. It seems like he's like going directly from the unconscious, like all the way to like he's not filtering. In my examination of him, that he is not like filtering, like he doesn't really think about. Is this like what? He doesn't really think about what this idea is. He just goes from the unconscious directly into like shooting it. It's like I got the idea. Let's make it. It's like and then like So like he has no like. Not really like a filter, but like more like sort of like this sort of rational mind that goes like, what does this mean anyway? Like trying to decode it. Like there's something in my unconscious, but like what does it mean? He's not really interested in that. He's just interested in the unconscious. Yeah. And so like he's Gotcha. But he's like really like oblique with like saying like what everything's about.
If only we were that good.
if only we were, yeah. If only, yeah.
For now.
In the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean like that's not me. Like I want to like understand like. Yeah. Like. But like I really like that he doesn't like want to like prescribe. This is what this film is about, or like he doesn't want to say like. Yeah, he doesn't want to like explain anything or like. Because then it's like it means something for everyone else. Like, isn't what I say? This is what this my vision. This is, he knows what it's about for him, but he doesn't want to tell other people like this is what it's about for you.
Yeah,
he wants you to find your own meaning in it.
No, I totally get that, and like I would never say that anything but that is correct. Yeah. But yeah, I mean just from my amateur perspective, like the more you know about your shit, the more. Like it just helps you. It just helps you on the path of like what shots you're gonna do.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
And I would never say that because of this shot. Like, no, you have to feel this way. But it's like, no, this is what I'm trying to say in this way. Like, and if this is what I'm trying to say, then this is how I'm gonna support it. But if you get something else out of that, then like that's fine. Like,
as long as you as long as you know. So I think that's the problem with me, like sometimes, like, but as long as you know like what's going on, like what this means for you at least, and you can somehow communicate that, because like as I said, like Lynch is like when he's directing, he's like saying like this is what I want you to do, I want you to move like this and like do that, and like he's not really explaining like what's going on usually. He's just telling you what to do, and like he's not really explaining the underlying theme. Oh, well, we don't have like. I mean, like, from what I've seen from clips of, like, behind the scenes. Yeah. And that's clips that you see on YouTube, because, like, they're the funny ones. So, like... Yeah. But, like, because, like, you can see him, like, direct something, and he's, like, doing something, like, Carl McLaughlin is just doing something really weird. And he's moving around in a really weird way, and then, like, Lynch is like, brilliant! Alright, let's go into... It just sounds... Yeah. But, like, as long as you know like what you want, and what you're trying to do, that's the important part. Okay. Yes. Or at least if you know something, at least you don't have to know exactly. You just know something in that direction. As long as you're confident in something, then yeah.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me so weird?
Because you're like tapping the desk and it's like
shit.
making the arm vibrate. That's fine. That's fine.
This is like a interactive now.
Just trying to think of like what question got us here. It's like, oh, like what sort of stuff do you want to do, and with like the scene in mind and the idea of doing scenes.
I don't know how much like voting, but we'll see.
What were you gonna say, Sugerman?
I don't know how much. I don't know how much voting should like come into like a creative endeavor, but like it'd be interesting to see. Like
I think it sort of helps. I think the system is gonna help us stay moving forward. Like it's not up to one person to carry everything. Like, alright, it's your idea, cool. Now it's someone else's script, and you know that person has to answer to. You know, like we all have to write a script.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is we if there's 5 of us. We come up with an idea, we vote on the ideas, then one of the ideas gets chosen. Then the 5 of us write a script for that one idea, and then we make like the favorite script. Like we vote for the script and we make it. So, you know, we're getting practice in pitching, coming up with ideas. We're getting practice writing, and we're getting practice dissecting scripts. So, I feel like it's a good way to keep us moving. Because I know if I had to just make a script, if I had to just write a script that like everyone was gonna make, I would feel more self-conscious. I would start questioning myself.
True. Yeah, and now it's sort of more competitive.
Yeah.
So, cut out my pauses as I try and think what I was just gonna say.
It's more competitive, but
it's more competitive. You feel like you have to write a shorter script because you don't want to like spend a lot of time like writing a 10-hour writing like for a few days, and then it's like, well, no, actually, okay, this guy's got like a really really good script. Damn it! Yeah. And then it's like I was wasted like a whole week.
Yeah. So we just have to
working on this thing, and then it's like this guy's got like a brilliant, so it's looking great. It's like so you just gotta make it like. Yeah, it makes you like just do it quickly, and efficiently, and I find that if you just give me an idea, that like it's, you know, you can figure out something to like write it. And I was like, he's like what? Yeah, and then like you can like okay, I sort of got it, and then you write it down. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like you come up with lots of ideas, and I don't feel like your weak point is anywhere in coming up with ideas. Like, you come up with lots of great ideas, but like you just need to do it. You just need more practice in doing. So I don't know. I feel like this is good for everyone.
Alright.
Like, and you can get more practice in just like doing something and letting go of it and being like, this is the thing that I did. Yeah. So
you can let go. You can hold on.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a good little thing to do, at least for now. And I feel like, you know, it's good. I think it's good that you and Angelus are like already like, oh, I want to do something a bit more complex and a bit more challenging. And the thing is, if you feel that enough, then you're gonna just do it. You're just gonna do your own thing. That's
I guess so. Yeah.
It's like you know, you don't have to like. Let's say that we made a commitment to do 10 of these projects. And you really want to do something a bit more complicated and like a bit more your own sort of style, you're gonna just fucking do it because like you've just done 10 things. So you've just done 10 scenes or 10 projects, 10 short films. So if you really, really want to do something, you're gonna fucking do it now because you've had experience in you have that mindset of like just completing shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel even if we move on from this really fast, so we don't get anywhere near like 10 or 5 projects, it's like it was a benefit to have this sort of mindset.
Yeah. It's good to just do it anyway. It's better than not doing anything.
That's true. That's true. We are very experienced in not doing anything.
we're really good at meetings.
We're really good at meetings.
Yeah, we really got that thing nailed down.
We got that. Well, actually, we if we could have recorded just some of our meetings, that would have been like a nice comedy podcast.
Yeah. Really good. We're really good at just talking.
Yeah, we're really good at talking. We got that nailed down.
Yeah. But why am I going on? You're the host. You should. I was like, let's think of another topic to talk about.
Yeah. I can move this on.
No, I think it's too early to say whether or not it'll be a good thing or a bad thing. It's too early to say. But so far we've made one in about
2 months.
1 month really.
Okay, because 3 of those weeks weren't our fault.
Yeah,
like it was
God's fault.
It was God's fault. But we could have also.
It was the Papa
had a. That's true. We could have had a backup date, so I feel like we already learned something there, which is like always have a fucking backup date.
I was like, wait, why didn't we get a backup date?
Now we know.
Yeah.
Hey.
Now we know. Didn't really matter getting permissions.
I think it
would have been nice to have more communication about what was going on.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think what happened was we all got busy, and we had been not fucking busy for.
I wasn't that busy. Oh, actually, no. I did get busy like near the end.
Yeah, exactly. So
I wasn't that busy earlier on, but then I got really busy.
Yeah. So
you gotta really plan these things out earlier, I guess.
Yeah, but also, if, the other side of it is if we had planned more, we wouldn't have done it. Maybe.
Yeah.
But at least if we just become more efficient in our planning and we have like a sort of.
I guess it wasn't Bryce's fault. He didn't really know how long the shoot was going.
No, absolutely.
It would have been good to like.
And I miscommunicated to him as well. So really, if anything, it's my fault that we didn't have a soundy. But
it's your fault.
Yeah, but
we should censor Bryce's name. This guy, he didn't come to the set. He didn't come on set. It wasn't. He lives at somewhere.
What was I trying to say? You're telling me I had to say stuff because I'm the host now. I'm like.
Yeah, come on, man.
And then you said something right after that.
I need to run my own podcast.
Yeah, you do.
How's life going with you?
Life?
How are you feeling?
Feeling like I'm stretched very thin right now.
Oh.
Yeah, like. We had this project, and I couldn't really contribute too much to it. I have like all these ideas for photography, and I'm not really doing any of them. I have this podcast. This is the first episode I've done in like 2 weeks, I think. That's like not good enough.
Oh, well, it's like... Been pretty busy.
Yeah.
I mean, like... It's a lot of hours to do a podcast. How long have you going for? It's going for ages, I feel like.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, like.
Yeah. It's a lot of. The podcast takes a lot of time.
It's as far as anything else. It's pretty fucking easy. I just need to get someone here and then click record.
There you go.
But yeah, I don't know. Like having a full-time job right now is, I just feel like I've never had all the tools that I needed to do everything that I wanted more than now. But I also never had a full-time job more than now either. So it's like, I have all the, not all the skills and all the means, but like I feel really driven to do creative shit right now.
But you feel if you quit your full-time job, if you quit your full-time job today, it would all just drop off, would it?
Not anymore. I was feeling
think so?
No, not now.
Not like last time when you quit your like 20 jobs and like nothing happened for like 2 years.
Yeah, that was fun. But I wouldn't.
You think so?
No, it wouldn't be like that. I feel like I have just all the tools I need now. Mental tools.
Okay,
the mental tools.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand how to work from home now. Like for me,
Alright.
I would have to wake up early.
Yeah.
Start work.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I get tired, I need to get out of the house.
Alright.
So let's say let's be lenient, say I did 1 hour of writing in the morning. So I wake up at 5, 1 hour of writing, plus, you know, brushing teeth, etc., coffee, 6:15 now. I'm over writing.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the gym.
Yeah.
Now it's 7:30, come back, shower, you know, another coffee or tea or whatever, it's 8 o'clock. I'm re-energized, I can do work again. Let's go 1 more hour of something like writing. Now I'm sick of writing, I'm not doing any more writing, but now I can like start doing other shit. I can start planning.
Yeah.
I have like so many projects now that I just feel like as soon as I get bored of one, I just move to the other. So it's like I've got these big arcing projects like writing, which I'm not going to see the fruits of that anytime soon, but I'm able to put my head down and do that for an hour at a time. So I've done 2 hours, now I'm fucking sick of writing for today. So I'm going to move on to planning a photo shoot or something along those lines. Let's say that's another hour, like sending emails to people. I'm probably gonna want to get out of the house now again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go and like start location scouting. Start if I go to like even if I go to a cafe, I can start planning. Like I'm able to, if I just take away the setting of my office, I can, and I just take like a booklet with me, I can start like planning concepts and or like at least mapping my goals, or at least mapping what I want to get done today. And then from there, it's just like move on and do it. So, you know, I've sort of started let's say that it's going to be around 10 o'clock at the latest. I've already done 3 hours of work before 10 a.m. And I feel like if I do if I do 3 hours more of work, that's a pretty good day. And I'm not going to feel guilty. Whereas before, even when I was like working and like forcing myself to work, I'd still feel, I haven't gotten anything done, so
yeah,
I guess I'm a failure.
And we were like sitting there for like 2 hours at a cafe and was just trying to write. Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that would be enough for me today. These days that would be enough. I would start early with projects that I know I'm not going to see the fruits of for quite a while, and then I would start. You know, I would map out my actions for the rest of the day that I need to get done. And yeah, after that, it's just a matter of executing, which is like, I don't know, if you just take like half an hour to like figure out what you want to get done. And I'm talking about people that like don't have a normal job, don't have a job, or like aren't working that day. Like it's quite easy to just take half an hour, figure out what you want to do on that day, and then go do it. Yeah.
That sounds like you've got everything.
I feel like with this podcast is extra helpful because I feel like I'm being really productive right now. I feel like today is going to be a productive day.
Yeah.
And really, all I had to do was hit record once you came to my house.
Oh yeah.
Like
there we go.
That's, you know, and it's like I can see that I got an episode out today. Wow. I can see like the fruits of my work. Whereas before it's like
something that's mentally. That's not, you can't just like that way, or like maybe like just like, okay, I do like 15 minutes of writing today, and like I've done that, you know. At least I did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I got that result.
I feel like I've also hit like a new stride with my writing during like the whole quarantine. Like I figured out how to write. That sounds so fucking dumb, but I figured out how to write. Like I figured out how to have fun with writing. It's like, oh, man, like I think rewatching Community really helped.
Oh yeah, it's a good show. I was watching that.
Yeah, fucking tremendous. Like because let's choose an example episode. Choose an example episode, Triple. Let's go.
But the example.
Yeah. I'll fucking start breaking the episode down.
The D&D one.
Alright, the D&D one. Yeah. Tremendous. Okay, so the D&D one is the premise of the story is there's this like potentially suicidal boy. And the group wants to play a game of D&D with him so that they can bring some happiness into his life and essentially save his life. That, I think, it's a 22-minute episode.
Yeah.
I feel there's like a setup, and then there's a moment of like a fake sort of defeat where like the boy is down again and they feel like they failed. And then there's like this rallying, and then there's the boy ends up having like a really fun game of D&D, and then the boy is also like, not only is he like happier, but he's being nice to Pierce, and he's like getting Pierce out of his depression. So I've just really simply broken down the story of that episode, and from the 22 minutes, I feel like maybe 3 minutes is dedicated to that arc.
Yeah.
And I would fucking dedicate, like, before, when I was writing, I would dedicate, like, 19 minutes to that arc. And that's fucking boring.
Yeah.
But now I know how to have fun. Like, now I know how to do the other 19 minutes of the episode, which is, Chang dying straight away. The fucking, the characters, like, all having this, like, weird dynamic that ends up sort of tying into the 3-minute arc of Neil. Tying into the 3-minute arc of Neil, like, Britta's being one way, and then, Neil's, like, correcting her, I think, and then they need to seduce the maid.
All right.
And it's like, all the other characters start to shine. It just writes itself.
Yeah.
It just writes itself, whereas me, I would be like, I would just have fucking the study group sitting there, and then Neil going through the fucking story arc, and they're just, like, doing nothing. That's what I would have done before, but now I understand how to have fun and write the fun part, and then tie the story arc back to
that. Yeah.
So I really fucking hated writing before, because I'm trying to write a boring arc as the fucking whole thing. But it's like,
it's not like not a very complicated story either. It's a very simple story, but like they've intertwined with more like fun stuff to make it more interesting. Yeah.
And that stuff is actually complicated, because all the characters are acting in their own unique way. They're engaging with the D&D game in their own unique way, and that's what really makes it interesting. But then it's like, the way that they engage in the D&D game, for example, Pierce, like, he essentially becomes a fucking villain because he's a dick.
Yeah.
And then...
But it's also because he's kind of hurt as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, it's just, like, there's another level to it, but it's like they do that with fun. They don't... it's not like... It's not... like, I would have written it like, Pierce is angry.
Yeah.
And therefore he broods. But in the fucking script, it's like, Pierce is angry, and therefore he becomes a dragon that they must slay.
Yeah.
Like, metaphorically, and sort of actually.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that before. I feel like I would just be a very literal writer, and not only is that fucking boring to do, but it's shit for other people to read. It's just shit writing. So I feel like I've not evolved into a good writer, but I feel like I've evolved into a writer that is capable of writing. Like, so I think that's...
Yeah, I mean... something from...
If we go onto my computer now, I can show you 10 scripts that I started, and they have 2 pages written.
That's good.
No, but I...
You got a lot of different,
I get into 2 pages, and I'm like, well, I don't want to keep writing, like, this fucking arc. Like, what am I doing here? This isn't fun. But now, there's another script that has, like, 30 pages that is, like... We've just touched on the
30 pages?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Of a feature, and we've just, like, touched on the arc.
Is it that... The Crete, what? The Crete? Cyprus one. Is it the Cyprus one?
No, I've written like 60 pages of that, but it sucks. It sucks. It's like 60 pages of arc. I like sat down and I knuckled down and I fucking wrote.
The important thing, I think, something that's really important about Community is how it is the characters.
Yes.
And like as well as the location, is as much as like the story, like story and like plot. And like arcs are important, but like story and plot and everything, everything else, the characters are pretty much the very most important part of that. And also, not just the characters, not just one character, but like the dynamics between different characters. That's what makes it that doesn't make it very, very interesting and very it's just very more interesting to like watch. It's like everyone's always thinking about like complicated plots and like, oh, but this guy betrayed this guy and this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do all that, like, but it has to be like very interesting characters, or very characters. It's all about characters and character relationships. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that is like the story arcs or story circle presents like a very good foundation.
The one thing at the story circle is it's for characters, as he said. It's not just for like It's each character goes on a journey,
Mm.
and so like, they have like quite a few story circles. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, so there's like a few story circles running throughout the episode.
Yeah, yeah, the episodes. Yeah, it's all about like you're taking it from the character's perspective. That's yeah, and like yeah, when all like like Dan Howard would say like a scene will have a story circle, and even a sentence can have a story circle too.
Yes.
It's like everything's got story circles in it. But
Actually,
like
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think like from what I understand, it's like it's very much like the plot lines are based around the characters. The characters are the story circle. This is their journey down and up. Yeah. Yeah, so for a short film, maybe only one or two characters. For a TV series, a lot more characters, or like one really complicated character like Walter White. And but then you have all these other characters surrounding them. They're also part of that unit. Yeah. So even in that sort of like Breaking Bad is very much focused on Walter White and to a lesser extent, and also Jesse Pinkman as well, not to a lesser extent. Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, but there's also like a lot of, and so like, but they're very complex characters, but like surrounding them are also like other important characters who inform each other and inform the story and yeah. So everything's all character focused.
Yeah. I feel like
at least that's the way that I like to approach things from a character point of view.
Yeah. No, that's I think I didn't approach it like that before. I feel like I approached it with this character, and this character needs to learn a lesson, and let's go learn a lesson. Like let's go class.
Let's go,
No, that's not fun. That's
yeah.
It's like I'm being too little.
That's more like a parable or like a fable or something. Not even a fable. I'm more like a parable. Yeah. Like Jesus went to the
exactly.
to the lake and like, which has its place, but like I mean like but like it's not a story. No, a parable is a story, but it's not like a.
Does it have a place in like film or like a TV series?
Nothing. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Not a film. Yeah.
So I feel like I think so this script that I wrote, the car park one, that wasn't the first one I did. Obviously the first one I did was about like a bunch of gangsters that are like held up in a house, and there's just a bit of ridiculousness to the situation. So there's a bit of ridiculousness to the situation where it's like they're stuck in one of the characters' grandma's house. And so that was the first time I was writing where I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And like all of a sudden, like I've written something that I think is like quite humorous and colourful. And yeah, just from there, I feel like I could always force myself to write. Like I did 60 pages of
Jesus.
The one that I want to shoot in Cyprus, but it really sucked. It was like a 60-minute paragraph.
Why do you think it sucked? Oh yeah.
Because that's why. And I feel like the one I did with the gangsters, that was just, there was barely an arc. There's still an arc, but the characters are colourful and not preaching to you. So yeah, I need to take that approach of like, fuck it, do some writing and then stitch it together, but like it together later.
Definitely, like in the modern filmmaking, modern storytelling, is a more approach to a more realistic, naturalistic sort of, not naturalistic, but realistic sort of like a portrayal of like what's going on. Like so it's like less. So it's more like not like preaching to people. It's more like story happens and then like you can like maybe you from the outside can see like what this character is doing wrong.
Yes.
Maybe the film sort of says that, but like the character may but like it's not necessarily like the character himself may or may not realize. Even he doesn't realize he may or may not change. He or she may or may not change. But yeah, it's a definitely a yes. Yep, that's my point. Everyone, it's more it's more relatable.
Yeah.
That's what we're really going for these days, at least. Yeah. even with the superhero stuff, it's like, yeah, look, it's hard being Superman. It sucks. And more relatable superheroes. It's Iron Man. He's a billionaire, but he's just like us.
He just wants a cheeseburger.
Yeah, he just wants a cheeseburger. There you go. Yeah.
Good back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to round off my point, I feel like I have the better tools to work.
Yeah.
To work on creative shit now, whereas before I didn't have the tools and I would just sit at my desk and be like, work, and I wouldn't do anything that I liked, and I wouldn't really, I would have to force myself to write, and I knew I wasn't writing anything good, and I didn't know how to fix what I was writing, so, now I feel more confident that when I'm writing, like, yeah, I'm doing something.
Yeah, if you're writing, some people say, like Stephen King, he says, like, sit down every morning and write. I can't remember how many pages it was right now, how many words. It's like a few thousand words, I think, every morning. Sometimes it's hard, and he was like, take it as like a job, and that's one way to do it. But I also think, like, if you're really struggling, you gotta, like, find an interesting way to come in and at it. At least for me, like, I can sit at a blank page all day. But, like, if you gotta find just, like, what makes you laugh. When it's like, oh, I want to see what happens there. It's like, and then go from that sort of angle, like, kind of like, okay, like, this is sort of like, just sort of jumps out at me. I want to write this bit. I write very non-linear. I was trying to write more linear, but I find myself going back to a very more non-linear style, like jumping, like I'll write in the middle, or I write at the end, or I write the bit first. But like, and at the end of the day, it's like, find what works best for you. But like, yeah, for me, it's like, I gotta find what's interesting, like what jumps out at me, what's the interesting scene that I see, like, right here, and then I write that bit. But then also I try and, like, work out, like, okay, I got that bit down, like, what's this, like, mystery bit here, that, like, it's like, what's going on there, and like, and then sometimes, like, okay, this is not the best, but this is alright. I really like this bit. This bit's okay. This bit's good. This bit was good because of that bit that I wrote earlier, and then, like, okay, I can now know how this bit goes.
Yeah.
And then it all comes together. There you go. And then you just, like, set up the little edges, and then, like, sometimes you go in, and then later on, okay, I got a better idea of how to, like, fix this bit, and then there we go. And then it's done. And then print, and then shoot, and then go to Hollywood. I don't know. Yeah, but also, like, having the tools is just, like, the first step to really, like, knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, writing advice on structure and everything, but, like, no one really says, like, how like, just how to, like, approach, like, every day.
Yeah.
I guess sort of because, like, it's something you gotta work out yourself too.
Yeah.
But, like,
sure.
How to write, as in just how to, like, actually just write, like, words on the screen is like, it's like everyone's always focused on structure.
Yeah.
It's like, look, like, my writing book is like, okay, here are a few ways, like, here are a few ways you can actually just write words on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's just the start. I feel like structure also has to be sort of like, I was thinking about this recently. There's this term, like, you got the eye for, like, when you shoot photography or something, that this guy's got the eye, he, like, knows, like, what he can find the perfect shot.
Yeah. And,
like, you can sort of, like, break down what's going on, like, okay, so the lighting's from this angle, and this light's over there, this light's over there, but, like, for someone who doesn't have the eye, like me, or like you, no, wait, would you say you have the eye? Or you don't?
For photography,
yeah.
for,
no,
like,
no.
video, no.
For, like, no, you don't, It's like, you can sort of, like, okay, I gotta put this light here, I gotta put this light there, but, like, and then, like, maybe, but, like, having the eye is like, you don't even need to think about this stuff.
Yes.
You can just see it,
Yes.
and so I think it's the same for structure as well.
Yeah.
You don't need to think about structure, you're just like, but I don't know, maybe, like, you can just sort of, like, you just sort of write it and it's there already.
Well, like, rewatching Community, I don't know if I developed the eye through my last viewing. Like I realized that I had it because I was I would watch, like I pretty much saw all. I saw all the seasons except for 4 again, so I saw 5 seasons of television, and just every episode would just stick out. Like I had the eye for like the structure. Like it really just stuck out to me. It was so obvious and like not in a bad way, but
in a good way, in a satisfying way.
Yeah.
It's like that's how you make a satisfying story. That's how you make it. That's how you make a story that people want to like keep coming back to. Like also later on Rick and Morty and all that.
Yeah.
It's how you make a story that's like people want to keep watching, and because a lot of people they like there's a bit of a trend to make like very complicated stories.
Yeah. And it's complicated sometimes, like the way the D&D episode intertwines with like peace.
But it's complicatedness out of very simple parts.
Yeah.
Like people are overcomplicating like these
yes.
And it's like everything, and it's like these are all these very simple characters, but then the way they bump into each other, like here is an atom of like a gas, like the way they all interact with each other produces some very explosive results.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just helium, hydrogen. This is just whatever makes hydrogen blow up, and then like fire, and then well, the hydrogen just blows up itself, but like I don't know, chemistry.
Yeah, I need to reiterate. I need to go back to like my daily routine, what it would be, because I feel like I almost didn't. I feel like that's not enough, but like something that I realized is like I need to just go out and like if I want to do photography, I just got to go out and do photography or something.
Photography. You need to make a expedition of it. I don't know what that word is. You just go out and explain photography.
Yeah, I would do that for like an hour at least.
Do you need like a subject for photography, or like you like more natural landscape photography, or like?
No, I would just go talk to people, and like you've been with me when I just go approach people in the street. So I would need to do that more.
Yeah.
So it's like I spend some now. Like I've been spending a lot of time now, like not a lot, but a bit emailing people and emailing businesses. And trying to communicate, trying to say, hey, like I want to do this. I have this idea for you. And like it's just something I want to do, and like it hasn't really been getting me anywhere, but I've also just approached businesses and people, and that's been fine. Like they've been fine with me taking photos of them, so I would do that for an hour. If I didn't already have a shoot that was booked, I would go out and just do I would just go out and shoot. That makes me feel like I've done something. I have done something. I'm practicing, I'm increasing my portfolio, I'm figuring out what I like, what I don't like. I feel like I've done something. Yeah. So that's like, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
In a day.
There you go. Yeah, it's just gotta get out there. If you're like sort of overthinking like how to, it's like if you're really just thinking too much about it, sometimes you just gotta throw away that thought, and then it's like just go out there.
Yes.
Just do it. Like an experiment.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think I was
and learn
always.
New things.
I think I always wanted to succeed in everything I did, which means that I didn't do that much.
Yeah, well, that's sort of like how we're sort of brought up. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. That's why you reminded me of that. Like, and I just had to put a full stop on like my daily routine, like what it would be, because I feel like I didn't say that much.
Okay.
So I just wanted to clarify that.
That seemed pretty comprehensive to me.
Yeah.
Your daily, sounds good. Sounds good. It's getting stuff done. It's a journey. Gotta get there in the end. Yeah. What are you thinking of doing? What are you thinking of doing in the future? Do you have a 5-year plan?
Are you
sort of like? I'm gonna keep interrupting you.
Just say whatever you're gonna say.
I don't know. You gonna improvise a little bit more? Do you have a vision for yourself? Or you just gonna like just like a...
Yeah. I have been. I feel better improvising lately. But I've been blessed / cursed with like a full-time job right now.
Right.
And I'm just gonna keep it. It did so much for me at the start. When I first got it, it did so much for me. Like I felt like so shitty, like it just in a shit spot mentally. And then with this job, all of a sudden, like I'm waking up at 5 o'clock, I'm doing 3 hours of work, and then I'm going to work. And you know, if I couldn't even do 3 hours of work when I had the whole day free. Now I have like 6 hours free of the day, and I'm fucking spending half of it working. Like that's just so much better than before. So, you know, that there's that aspect to it where I feel like I am able to be a little bit productive now. Not that I wouldn't be more productive if I didn't have the job, but it's letting me be productive. It's letting me save up for equipment and shit. I bought like some equipment for photography. I'm saving up some money. I feel that I can. There's this project I want to do, and I want to do it well. It's it's a fake trailer.
Oh.
Did I tell you about it?
No, I don't think so.
It's a trailer for a movie that isn't gonna like.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
But
so
like
a,
you know,
yeah.
like 1.5. It's like 2-minute trailer. It's a 2-minute trailer because it's to a song.
Okay.
So the song is 2 minutes, so it's gonna be a 2-minute trailer.
Okay.
So.
What song is it? Is it like a friend song or like an actual like?
No, it's an actual song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could even maybe try get permission to use the song. I don't know.
Yeah.
The point that I'm making is like I want to save up and like bankroll it. I want to make a really good 2-minute trailer. And yeah, I feel that the money that I'm making from this job is gonna allow me to do that. You know, I've got like 1 or 2 days to work on my own shit throughout the whole day. So, you know, if I end up getting like some more photography clients, then you know,
it's good.
That's good.
Cool for,
if I got so many people that it's like I don't have time, then you know I can start using annual leave, and then if it's got so many people that I still don't have time, it's like at that point it's like why even have a job?
Yeah. You're a photographer now.
Yeah. So. Yeah, like I right before the pandemic hit, it was the first time that I had 2 clients in 1 week, and they both cancelled because of pandemic times.
Damn it! Yeah, it's like that's something you just like it's just like it's a good opportunity to like reorientate yourself to it.
Absolutely, because I would have been fucked if like I couldn't get any clients. I would have been fucked. So I think I was very lucky to get this job, and you know if I get even more luckier to start getting lots of clients, then like it's totally logical. So yeah, that's where I stand with my life right now. You know, and with regards to the weekends, like you know I'm just doing a little bit every day, like sending out emails, trying to get clients, trying to like do projects. We know we just filmed like a scene or a short film. I've been trying to push some like photography projects, and you know when they'll happen when they happen, and I'm happy to improvise a bit. You know.
One thing on that point is like I think like having those limitations of like your full-time work and everything is sort of like having those restrictions does allow you to like do a lot more. I find like also for writing as well, like limiting yourself like in community. To get back to that, they limited themselves to like for the first season at least. They limited themselves basically to the whole the college campus for like the first season, and that sort of like allowed them to like explore a lot of different things about like considering about like well we could just go anywhere, you know. A lot of people are like it's like having just having that limitation, having that box. You can sort of like you can also go outside the box, but you can like sort of like do a lot of fun things inside it.
It's a pretty good box.
It's pretty good. I like boxes a lot. I like looking inside them. I live inside a box.
Box.
Yeah.
I feel like by the end, I feel like Community was like a show that could have been animated or should have been animated, and they should have been actors.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Could have been. I mean, there were definitely some animated episodes.
There was
like there's one, and there's also like some animated sections as well.
Yeah.
There's just I think it's, but I don't know if it. I sort of like it that they actually wasn't animated. And
me
like
too.
Live action.
Me too, because I think it just opened people up a bit more to
shit. It's the more it's just that sort of contrasting between like
Like you seen the Rick and Morty episode where it's like, hey, remember that time that this happened, and then like a parasite infects your brain.
Right. Yeah.
That happened in Community. They're like, remember when this happened?
Right.
And like just shit, they would have flashbacks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the clip show, right? Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? This is literally
Yeah,
fucking a Rick and Morty episode. Like,
well, that was more like a parody of like actual clip shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, yeah. I think The Simpsons is something similar, sort of. Actually, not really. But actually, it was mostly no, they did something different. Yeah.
It's just it's weird. It's weird for a non-animated show to just do shit like that.
Do stuff like it was really really good, really funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I could literally rewatch it. Look, I just finished watching it. I could watch it all again.
Yeah, definitely. It's no other show. You don't need any other show. It's better than Rick and Morty.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Rick and Morty's not over yet, so we'll see.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Go on, Schulman, you're the host.
I'm the host now.
What are you going to talk about?
You got a new haircut.
No, I don't.
Well, yeah. Come on, just work with me, okay?
How's your writing going? How's your writing going?
Oh,
Give us your shit.
I lost my hosting things. I was trying to avoid doing this.
You're fucked up, man.
Damn it.
I'm gonna take it back.
It's going alright. I feel optimistic, even though I haven't like. Yeah, I feel optimistic. I feel very much more reinvigorated with my writing. For a few different reasons. It's going well. I mean, like.
What are you writing now?
Obviously, I'm writing. We'll write the that next pitch.
The next scene.
Next scene or short story.
Yes.
Or short film. Short film. Writing, going back and rewriting a few old scripts. Do you know about? Yeah.
Do you want to do those scripts still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I've been talking with Angelus a bit, and he's always like, "Oh, it's been so long since I've thought of this. I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I'm not that person anymore."
Sometimes I think some scripts from very, very long ago are unfilmable today. Like, you know, like 10 years ago, I wrote some kind of like Halo, machinima stuff. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I wrote some weird stuff. But like, this is only me like a year ago. But also like, you know, like I was thinking about like rewriting Pillow Talk.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was thinking it's like, oh, you know, like I sort of had a really good idea there, and like I feel like if I can maybe give it another shot, I might be able to like get it like I'm not gonna like do like some kind of George Lucas thing or like but like I was like thinking about like, oh, I could re-edit this and that. I was thinking like maybe if I could like just do another like I rewrite that one. Like I thought it had there was like something there that like that maybe I didn't bring out enough. Maybe I shouldn't go back to it. But like, you know, those other story ideas, I think are still relevant to me. So like it just depends. Like I feel like, yes, I think like you know that spooky internet stories thing.
Yeah.
That sort of like very much evolved along with me, I guess.
Yes.
And in some sense, like I'm not sure if I really want to do it. Like maybe they're just gonna be like standalone short. I mean, like they're always gonna be standalone short films. Whether or not it's gonna be anthologized is a we'll see. Like because I want to like try and like somehow like, you know, I don't just want to like. I mean, I don't just want to make like I mean, like making like web series is just fine.
Yeah.
But like you want to like like particularly like if what we're making, I think it needs a bit of budget, it needs a bit of money.
Yeah.
It needs a bit of like we never. I don't think we haven't come up with an idea that doesn't require like a few $100 at least of money, like $500 or $600 of money.
Can I just butt in? Because that's another thing that like I like the scenes. That's another reason why.
How much did this scene cost though?
I think this one did cost a little bit because we paid extra. We got permission to shoot. We paid extra to get like the special
sugar glass.
Yeah, but it's like we had to get permission twice because it's like where you know what I mean? Because it's like that is our work site. Whereas usually you're just getting permission to shoot,
right?
And you can shoot in your house. And you know you don't need any.
Yeah.
You know you can shoot at a park. You're never taking over a public space and being like this is ours.
But even without all of that too, by the way, there's also the very implicit cost. Not the implicit cost, the hidden cost. Because we're all doing this for free, but in real life you would pay like a certain amount of rates per hour for like this. Even if you like, and like I guess even for free, but once you start like making money, you like people starting to start saying like, oh, we need to like pay people, and like, it's like a sudden like jump in like that's why, and that's why YouTube stuff is usually very like person centric, like one person centric sort of thing.
Yes.
Because it's just like so it's gonna be like once you start making money, it's just not that much money for like what you want to achieve.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
So that's my whole thing. Like that's why it's like some of the web series stuff is stored because like I've got money saved up if I wanted to do, but like I feel like I need some kind of like
You're thinking from like a producer's point of view.
Like I want funding.
Oh,
maybe like it would turn into a movie instead, or maybe it would turn into something else instead. But like, I would want to pay people and then get it even better. So that's why let's just work on short films. At least like gonna make some few good short films later on. You can make it. I mean, I don't know. There are like avenues of making money on YouTube, but I just don't think like for what we're doing, like it doesn't seem like profitable at all. To like there's idea like, oh look, like YouTube's gonna be great for filmmakers, but I think it's good for like other things like educational stuff or like comedy, like simple comedy stuff. But like if you're trying to make like actual films, it's very difficult. It's also like you can see like a lot of YouTube stars that just really fail at making only like maybe like one or like two very popular YouTubers have been able to like go and make like an actual film or like, and they weren't even really YouTubers.
Can I just say that like if we made the best film in the world and then we put it on YouTube, like, and we just had, you know, YouTube would be an avenue where we could get recognition, like if there was nothing else. But now that I said that, like if we submitted it to a film festival, we would win because it's the best film in the world. It's like if you make the best. If you're that good, nothing will stand in your way. Yeah. So, you know, YouTube is helpful in the sense that it puts more eyes on your what you're doing.
Yeah. And if you can find something that can work for YouTube, work for that medium. Yeah, but I don't know if you can like really like turn short films.
No.
And then just only release them on YouTube. I feel like it's just like shouting at the into the wind.
Yes.
Shouting into the wind, sort of like doing sort of like that. If you can like. Yeah, maybe like your fake movie trailers idea, or like don't steal that, or like I had a few ideas for like, but then that's also like can you go from that into like more stronger filmmaking? Some people have, like the guy who directed Shazam. He did like a few short films just with him and his wife. He's in his apartment, very simple, and then like he was able to go from that to actual like making films. I don't know, there's probably more going on down there, but like there's definitely If you're able to get a very simple idea that's cinematic, you can go through that YouTube scene. But right now, I think like most of our ideas are just even the simplest ones are very. We'll see in the next one.
Well, it's like too much money. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, too much. Yeah, he just did it himself and his wife. And like this in his apartment, he just did it all by himself.
Yeah. And
then from that, over time, he was able to make a short film. He made a short film based on this YouTube stuff. And then from the short film, he made a feature film. From a feature film, he made some more feature films. And then he made the Shazam.
Yeah.
But he's still but yeah, it seemed like he had a bit of a plan, I guess. But yeah, you gotta like make something for YouTube that's also cinematic enough. There's also the potential enough to be an actual film in some ways.
Yeah.
Marble Hornets. That's another one. They made a movie. It was terrible. I haven't watched.
Who?
Like Marble Hornet. It's in the Slender Man stuff.
Oh, okay.
That was like one of the first like sort of like YouTube Slender Man stuff. It was sort of like a found footage style like.
Yeah.
Horror film basically. It was like documentary. Like it's very very slow burn too. Which yeah, it's like yeah.
I don't really think like you can't really make your money back.
No.
In that way, right? Yeah. No. Like it's not.
It's just buying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting your shit out there. Sorry. Yeah, it's alright. I'll just press the wire again. Is that better?
You get this.
It's not the recording. It's just
it's
just our headphones.
Just a splitter. All right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Is it gone?
No, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
I can still hear you. You're just going from one ear to the other ear.
Let me just. Can you hear that?
I can hear that.
Okay.
I can hear that. Can you hear it?
Yeah, actually, but yours. No, actually, mine does sound better. I mean, not better, but like they both sound good.
You want to sound so good?
I do. Yeah, I don't really. I've never thought of like the stuff that I'm making now to give me any return. You know, I need to get better, and then after that, we need to like show people that we're on this level. Which is like film festivals and or YouTube, whatever. And then maybe after that, people want to pay you money to start doing things.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm not even really on that level of, like, I still need to practice. So.
We gotta turn this into some kind of like, something. I don't know. The best way to like, sort of go into that is to like be making money doing that.
Absolutely. I don't see how. I don't see how we can make money just yet. But that's it. Like, that's not a helpful attitude. Like, doesn't mean that there isn't one. Maybe I'm too lazy or not bothered right now. It's like
it's really hard to figure out. There's no like easy strategy or anything like that. But it's really hard. You just gotta keep trying. Maybe sometimes it's just like wasting money and just like being very confident in your own ideas. And like just having to use your own money.
Yeah.
And then eventually, hopefully, it'll pay off with like bigger projects in the future. Because I like to do bigger projects. Do you feel that
But
we're not really doing any projects right now, so doing small projects is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But you also got to think about like what do I want to achieve with this? Like
They're also our projects. Like we're pushing them.
Yeah.
Like we are learning from them.
Yeah.
We're not just being a pair of hands on someone else's set.
True.
Which is it's fine. It's like it's good to do every now and then. You need to leave the house. You need to see people. You need to see what other people are up to.
Yeah.
But there's a part of it that's like the easy way out. You just have to. I mean, yeah. So again, just going back to the scenes, it's a real good way to just for me to shift my mentality and to just keep me busy. And there's more stuff that I need to learn more because it took 3 years to shoot Park Bench, and I can at least learn how to be faster.
To make.
So I can learn how to be faster if anything, right? Even if Park Bench is the best short film ever, it still took way too long to make.
Yeah.
So I can learn how to be faster. I can learn to get better. We can learn how to work with each other better, and after that, I guess we just got to make a couple good things, and then maybe after that, it's something that is going to. Then after that, it's like we need a challenge, like we need a feature or something, or a web series, or something that's going to get our name out there.
I think that's also what I've also been preaching about too, I guess. So like yeah, I think I've been saying in the past, like, we shouldn't jump straight to features, we should be doing short film first.
Yeah.
But definitely I think you should get funding for a feature film. But yeah, we should, but start in short films and go into features that way.
What sort of funding? Because you mean like a producer, like get someone on board that's going to pay for it? Is that what you mean?
Some kind of funding, yeah. No, that's not just self-funded. Like government funding or outside, any type of funding at all. Yeah. But then you gotta need like I mean, I guess you could sort of fund it yourself if you had a little bit of company. But like, seems the best way to do it is just get outside funding in some way. And then you can make an actual film.
Yeah, that's true. If someone came up to you and said, "I'll give you all the funding you want right now,"
yeah,
what would you do?
Yeah, okay.
What would you do with it?
What would I do with it?
Yeah. Would you make a couple short films, get your skills up, figure some shit out, or would you be like, alright, web series or alright, feature? Especially considering you'd have to write it as well.
I gotta write it.
Yeah.
I'd probably just follow my same path. Like, this guy comes today and give me all his funding. Then I would probably, I would still like go from short films, anthology series. I would just dedicate solid to anthology series. But most of my marketing most of my money on marketing as well. Put a lot of it on marketing, and then I'll follow the same path that I was been following. I wouldn't like jump in,
So you'd still.
But like I might like hire some more professional help, in like effects wise or like trying to get more. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty much.
Production. I'll pay people, and like then they can actually like commit more towards actually working on the project.
Yeah.
Get a pay for a production designer. I'd pay everyone.
Of course. That's what I. That's
pay
what
for the actors. Maybe go for a casting agent. Yeah, just do all that stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of like you can find actors anywhere, but like you get some good actors. Because the quality of the actors is very important for like for any film. You can't just get actors anywhere. You gotta find the right actors. Gotta find good actors to like say your lines well. And you gotta have a good script, sure. Yeah, and then you gotta get good actors and you gotta get good DOP.
So pretty much you're just gonna, I mean, obviously you're gonna pay everyone.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna, we're gonna have that level of, you're gonna have that level of people working on your thing, but you would still follow the path of a couple short films, and then,
Definitely, because I haven't directed in like some time.
Yeah.
At least a few short films.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it under the anthology thing, and then I'll go make. Getting funding is one thing, but also finding where I'm distributing is another thing.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if we could make something good, then what? I don't see any obstacles.
Well, what do you mean? If we could make something good.
The
obstacle is making something good.
Exactly, that's an obstacle. So it's like once you make like there's no other issues. Like it's like, can you make something that's good or not? Because if you can't make something that's good, that's really the biggest obstacle. There's like, if you make the best fucking film in the world, like there's not going to be like a conspiracy gang that's going to hold you back from getting distribution.
No, I mean like but like knowing where you're going with that, yeah. I guess that's, you make something good, and then then you can find this, then like people if it's really good. Yeah, there's just a lot of like that's why I'm saying like do short films first, and get funding, find distribution. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's make it now. Let's go.
Right.
Pull up the cameras.
Fuck it.
And action.
This podcast is over. Do you think let's just go make it?
Alright, let's do it. Let's do it.
We're out. Thanks for coming.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to say? Do you have any shout outs you want to make?
Shout out to Feds Productions. Damn it, this bit spit all over myself.
You weren't on camera, so it's fine.
Okay.
You could just
know that I said that. Shout out to get contact me for wedding videography.
We didn't even talk about
corporate stuff.
We didn't even talk about that.
Don't talk about that yet. Firstthings.com.au. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. The links are down below in the
Okay, you have to send me the links.
The links are down below here.
What about if the links aren't there? What are they? What's your Instagram?
No, follow my company's Instagrams.
What's your company's Instagram?
Fez Productions, Fez Weddings.
FEZ.
THEZ. Productions.
THEZ.
And THEZ Weddings.
I knew that. I was just doing it as like a devil's advocate.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that stuff. We'll have to have Sugerman 2.
Part 2. We'll do that in 10 months when this whole thing falls apart.
Yeah.
It's like, what went wrong last time?
Okay, yeah. Actually, that's what this is. This is like a record of every time there's a fuck up. It's like, alright, what could we have done?
Alright. Bye.